I need to ride 100 kilometers this week to hit my target. Let's get going. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. If you are new here, my name is Matt and this is my journey to health and fitness, mainly using the online cycling platform Zwift. And I also follow pretty much a vegan diet as well. So if you want to come on that journey with me, follow my progress, do subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications and all of that sort of stuff, and you can come along with us. We're building up a nice little community of riders as well. Group ride that we do on a Saturday, and this week for the first time we have a group race which I am looking forward to. So on that note then, set up a group race for Thursday night, 6:30 UK time, doing the volcano flat route around Watopia. I'm really looking forward to that actually. I think it's a first time race for a number of I don't know, are they team members? Is that what we call ourselves? A number of the guys that watch the channel anyway. So I'm looking forward to that. I have actually, it's now Monday evening. I've already been on the bike today. Last week was a step up in the number of kilometers that I'd ridden in a week since coming back to using the platform after my break. And I was really feeling it in my legs today. Last ride was Saturday, had Sunday off. I was still feeling quite tired today, so I thought I'd jump on, just do an easy few kilometers, get towards this target that I've got to hit 200k over the 2 weeks. And I chose the volcano counterclockwise route purely because it's another route to tick off. And I realised I got about 1.5 times around the route, and I realised I was not taking it slowly. So I dropped the gears down and just coasted round. Did I think it was about 45 minutes in the end, about 20 odd kilometers, but that sort of seemed to loosen everything up. So good start to the week. Already the first ride ticked off. What have we got the rest of the week? So I might join a race tomorrow lunchtime. The Zwift Future Works anti-sandbagging race. I might join that one tomorrow lunchtime if I can fit it in amongst work. I know a couple of the guys that watch the channel are doing that race too tomorrow. And then we've got the group race on Thursday night. So I'll probably take Wednesday off, and then take a view on how many kilometers that I've got left to do for the week, because we've got the group ride on Saturday, which I still need to set up and work out a route for. But yeah, I'm feeling positive this week. I am really tired though. I could not sleep last night. It must have been about 2:30, 3 o'clock before I fell asleep. And I picked my daughter up from school. Kids are back at school. She had a brilliant day as well, which is good. Back with her friends. Picked her up and she sat behind me here and played Minecraft while I finished work for the day. And I joined her after I'd finished, and I nearly fell asleep whilst playing with her. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going to bed. I'm going to go to bed early tonight, get a good night's rest, and hit the rest of the week. So I'm starting this week with a positive, and I'm full of confidence to hit my target for the week. So yeah, I will speak to you probably tomorrow. It's Wednesday evening now, and I did jump on that race yesterday lunchtime. The ZHQ Future Works City race, which was 6 laps round the downtown Dolphin, I think it's called. It's about 2k per lap. Joined in with the D category, obviously, and finished 16th out of, I think, about 21 finishes in the end. And for the first lap and a half, I was quite chuffed with myself, actually. I managed to stay with the front group. And I was even in first at one point. Stayed with them for probably coming around just to start the second lap, and I just lost the tail, and I couldn't keep up that pace much longer, but carried on. Beat my previous first and second bests on that route. So things are improving, and that's a good sign for me. To be able to keep up with the front riders from the start for a while is good. I just need to be able to keep up with them all the way through. Another Target 2.5 team member actually raced in the race as well. Andy Creer finished in 9th. He hung onto the bunch a lot longer than I did. I finished about, 3 minutes behind him, I think. I think the race all in all for me was about 22 minutes. So yeah, well done, Andy. And I'm going to try and keep up with you in tomorrow's race. So yeah, I carried on for another couple of laps. Got, I think, to nearly 16 kilometres to add towards this week's target. That means I'm up to about 35, 36 kilometres for the week, which I have realised that these smaller rides that I'm doing aren't going to get me towards my 100k this week target, because we have our very first race on tomorrow night, which I cannot wait for. But that's about 15k, and if I'm going to put all my effort into that, I'm not going to. Maybe I will sit on for a bit longer and do some extra miles afterwards. I just don't know how many I'll be able to. And then obviously we've got our group ride on Saturday, so it might mean that I have to fit something else in somewhere as well. But that's all good. I suppose it's all time on the bike and it's all in the legs. The soreness and stiffness I was feeling the beginning part of this week seems to have eased off today as well. So feeling good, feeling better, and yeah, I can't wait for the race tomorrow. I have a meeting in my diary at 5 o'clock tomorrow for an hour. It finishes at 6. It's going to be a bit of a rush for me to get out off the meeting, get changed, get everything set up, ready for the race. But I'll do what I can. And I've read a couple of things today about a couple of bugs in Zwift. One of those being that on meetup rides, if the riders are too spread out, your messages, group messages, aren't seen by the riders at the extremes, which I understand is being fixed, but that might explain some of the problems that we were having at the weekend, where people couldn't. I was asking people at the front to slow down, but they didn't seem to slow down. Obviously, they weren't getting the messages, so hopefully that'll be fixed in a future update on Zwift. And another one, which I'm going to have to put on the Facebook page because it's going to be useless to the people in the race after, because you'll see this after, is that in a race meetup, it's actually because it's done on distance. If you drop into the world, I don't know, a couple of 100 meters away from someone that you're in the race with, it's all distance based. So their finish line is in a different place to your finish line. So obviously, if you're gunning for the banner at the end of the race, actually your finish lines might be in different places. So you might think you've beaten someone or someone's beaten you, when actually, looking at the final results, that isn't quite right. So I'm going to have to mention that to everybody, and just you're basically racing against the distance, which is a bit of a shame, a bit of a bug, and I hope that's something they do fix in the future. And obviously, being, setting up group rides and races in Zwift, they've put a stop on new people doing that, and I don't think there's any way that our group is big enough yet, maybe in the future, I don't know, to be able to set up our own rides. So it's kind of the way that we've got to work around it at the moment, which it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. But it's just a bit of friendly competition, isn't it? And that's what I'm looking forward to, having a bit of finding out where each other is in comparison to others. So I think that's going to be good fun. I'm not jumping on tonight, having a rest today, prepping for the race tomorrow. So I'll see you then, probably just before we're about to start. So yeah, see you then. It's race day. First ever Target 2.5 race. I can't wait. I've got about 10 minutes. Rushed to get off that meeting in time, which overran, as they always do. So yeah, just got to do the last few minutes, bits and bobs setting up, and jump on, and I'll see you on the start line. So here we are then, 3 minutes left to go. Quite a few people are joining, which is good. I'm going to do my best to keep up with other areas of the race as I go, but I'm not the best at moving around Zwift while I'm riding. And it also depends, if I'm stuck on my own out the back or something, then I'll see how everyone else is doing.
So apologies if I make any mistakes with names or spelling or pronunciations, I should say, or any of that stuff. I'll do my best. I'm not the best when it comes to that sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm going to do my last little warm-up before we start. Okay. Countdown starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into gear. Off we go. Oh, 7 minutes in. I'm trying to keep up with M Pierce and Jay Craft to stay with them, but I don't really have it in me now. Oh, they're going to disappear up the road. So we've got Andy Creer just behind me, and D Taylor, Pete Parfitt. Hopefully we can all group up a little bit, start to work together. Another group a little bit further back. Jay Theodosi, Jay Fieldu, and A Lloyd. Looks like another little group back there as Andy goes past. Oh, too busy talking. Okay, caught up with them. This is hurting. Still got 8.5k to go. Hopefully we can form a little group now, pulling the two people ahead of us. And then a group much further up the road, 50 seconds. A couple of D riders in there as well. Siege up and then Pierce. Oh, I'm losing them again. Come on. So Jay Theodosi and Joe Fieldu have caught up with us now. I'm just struggling to hold on to them. I think they're going to shoot off in front of me. I went out too fast. I should have slowed down a bit. I've lost them now. Every time I bust a gut to get on the back, I need a rest and they pull away again. Oh. I've definitely burnt my matches too early. Oh man, I'm struggling now. The guys were in front, were now 30 seconds ahead of me already. And Pete Parfitt just behind me, 14 seconds behind. So I think he'll be catching me soon. I just can't. I went out too fast. Thinking I could do better than I could. I'm going to see if I can work out who's towards the front. Okay, so we've got E Langva, who's 45 seconds ahead. B or an A rider. Then a little bit back in the group together, the two whites having a race. C White is a B, T White in the C group. Then another 40 seconds back. C Jup, P Mac, C Waring, and then onto the group that overtook me. Back to me then. P Parfitt's pulled it back to only 10 seconds now. And then I'll have a look back if there's some more. Joe Trotter, 42 seconds back, and A. Lloyd 46. At this stage, my target's got to be to stay ahead of those two. Come on. Going through the volcano then, 2.7k left to go. Peep half it, pulled it back to 6 seconds. It's now showing as 8, but I'm sure he'll catch up with that. Oh, big jump to M. Pierce in front, 40 seconds. And then behind we've got Jay Trotter, 30 seconds back. Soren Romvig, not quite sure how he's that far back. B Cat Rider, A. Lloyd, D. Ted Castle, and R. Lay at the back. Oh, I just got to keep going. It's hurting now. Back to 6 second gap. Let's try and see where the guys out front are without losing. Oh, I can't. They've obviously turned off. Do that in a minute. In fact, they might well be coming up to the end though, the guys at the front. I'm just going to concentrate on staying ahead if I can. Right, 500 metres left to go. Peep half it's 10 seconds behind. I'm hoping I've done enough busting the gut up that last little hill. So just get across the line. Clearly that's not the finishing line. There must be another one a little bit further up. I hope everyone else has realised that. Oh, didn't realise I hadn't done that route. That's good. Oh, he's only 5 seconds. Oh, that's Soren trying to catch me. See if I can beat him. Further down. Come on. Oh, over the line. I tell you what, there's nothing like a bit of competition to just eat that last little bit out. Oh man. Just catch my breath. So, okay. Let's have a look at the final finishing then. 24:47 for me, 6 minutes behind the winner, who I think I know who it is before we even started. The only A cat rider we had, Elangva, 18 minutes 49. Battle of the Whites behind them, eventually won by T White, 20 minutes and 1 second, 15 seconds behind C White. Then comes C Jupp and C Waring, P Mac. Some of these were quite close together, these results. I bet they went quite close to the wire. Unfortunately, I couldn't shift forward on that route to see who was challenging for the win. D Taylor, Jade Theodosi, and Jay Craft and Andy Creer. I was with you guys. I just burnt all my matches at the start. Maybe if I'd stayed a slightly slower start, I might have been able to stay with you, but not in the end. Jay Fielddew, M Pierce, and we have Soren, who I don't quite understand why he was that far back. Strong rider, B category rider. Pete Parfit coming in 13 seconds behind me in the end. Jay Trotter, A Lloyd, D Ted Castle, and R Lay. Well done for finishing, everybody. I know there are a couple of slightly more nervous riders who've never done a race before. I hope you enjoyed it and keep going at it, because once you get into those little battles, they're great fun. And I thought I'd have a chance of staying with some of them, but it wasn't to be. And my challenge was to stay ahead of Pete Parfitt in the end, which I just about did. So, oh, what a great race. Good fun. I'm hoping this can become a regular thing. If you guys fancy that, let me know below. And if you didn't join this one and want to join another one, let's add to the high category riders in the A's, the B's and the C's as well. Give that area a bit of a challenge too. But it actually says here there's 3 Zwifters still on the course. So I don't know who they would be. I don't know whether I can't see them on the app, so I don't know who they might be. Maybe they didn't start. But great fun. I'm going to jump off, have some dinner, have a shower. But that's only another 13.5 kilometers towards 200 or 100 for this week. So I've got to step that up. But yeah, it's dinner time now. At bedtime for the little one. So yeah, thank you everyone, and I'll see you a bit later. Actually, just before I log off, just looking at these charts here. So my best, I've beaten my best 1 minute power output, and my best 20-minute output as well. So all that pain is worth it, and it shows that the riding I'm doing is paying off. So yeah, chuff with that. That's good. Oh, and look at that. So during my ride on the race I did on Tuesday, I got a bump up from 205 to 210 FTP. And look now, that ride bumped me up to 219. It just shows riding races like that is where you definitely put out more effort. It'll be interesting to see if I did another FTP test, how close it would be to that number. So, ending that on a massive positive.
I really enjoyed that, and I hope the guys who came along did too. It was great fun, and great to have our first team race. And I think there were a lot of guys on there doing racing for the first time. So I hope you found that okay and enjoyed it. I know the meet-up races aren't quite the same as the organised events, with the finish line being in a different place and all of that sort of stuff. But for a bit of friendly competition, it's absolutely perfect. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Got the FTP increase, so you guys are pushing me. You're really pushing me to achieve better goals and stuff, and I love it. Thank you. The one thing it does mean is I've only ridden 50k this week, because I've done 2. Although I've been on the bike 3 times, 2 of those rides have been pretty flat out races, flat out for me anyway. And my legs are feeling it, but I've got another 50k to hit my target for the week. So right on Saturday, the group ride is going up Box Hill. We're doing the London Loop, which is a 15k distance. So I'm going to have to just stay on afterwards. So I might get the chance to ride tomorrow. I might have a bit of a rest, and try and do 50k on Saturday. But we'll see either way. And then it's weigh-in day tomorrow as well. So let's keep fingers crossed that one goes okay. So yes, I will see you tomorrow for the weigh-in. It's Saturday and it's group ride day, and I'm actually recording this after the group ride because I basically ran out of time before. I was too busy playing computer games with my daughter, and I realised what the time was, so I just jumped on. I did stupidly again forget to press record on the Zwift, and recording until we got up Box Hill. So I'll put the footage in after this, and you'll just see that it starts once we've gone up for the first time, because we do it twice in today's ride. But the reason I'm recording this on my phone camera, because I've moved my setup back to where it was, and the reason is my wife bought a new monitor for work, but it didn't have an HDMI port in the back for whatever reason. It's an HD monitor, but it did have the other version, and I always forget what it's called, DVI or whatever the other version is, but I've got a spare port in the back of my main computer for that. So what I've done is I've run a cable from my computer around the room and commandeered that screen, thanks to her. So what I've done is, let me, I've actually put it on the wall with a swivel arm, which I've got from Amazon. I'll put the links to any of this new stuff in the description below if anyone's ever interested in buying any of the kit or having a look further at what kit I use. So that can swivel out on there. And I've also this week bought a new microphone for my camera, which is why I'm recording this on my phone so you can see it. But hopefully the audio quality is going to be slightly better, and it might mean that I don't have to wear the mic on my chest, which will cut out a lot of other background noise. So fingers crossed when I come to look at the footage, that has sorted that out. So yeah, 2 good additions, and it means my setup is back to where it used to be, and I don't need to move it. I don't need to worry about it. The camera can stay there. The fan can stay there. I've got my little thing here that I communicate with, and actually I brought a mouse over because I can use that as well from that point. So all very, very good. And being honest, the reason I went with a swivel arm on this one is so that I can actually pull it next to the big screen that I've got in here. Now the reason I've got a big screen in here is because this is where I come on a Sunday to watch the NFL when the NFL season's in flow, and I use an online app to watch NFL, but you can watch more than one thing at once. So the reason I put this on a swivel arm is so that I can pull it over next to this screen, and I can actually watch the game I'm watching it plus Red Zone on the other screen. So I'm quite pleased with my solution for that, and looking forward to using it. But I'll put the ride footage in now, and then I'll come back and we will wrap this week up. So see you in a bit.
Okay, so join us going over the top of Box Hill because I forgot to press record. Oh, I really am rubbish at this, aren't I? But that was a good push up the hill. I think the stronger riders pulled us all together. In fact, we're in danger here of the front group disappearing, because we've fallen quite a way behind. Have to see how that group's up at the bottom. But yeah, good ride, good climb. 11k in. Just coming up to half an hour gone. So I'll get round to the start, and I've got a feeling we might get back round to the start of Box Hill by the time the hour is up. We might be doing it again. See how it gets when we get closer. Okay, so to the bottom, back into central London. What have we done? 33 minutes. 26 left to go. I've got a feeling that we might get round to the start again of Box Hill. And that will definitely help me get towards my target. But if the group ride finishes at the bottom, the second time up is going to be a lot more difficult. Because I'll be on my own, I won't have the band. Alright, up we go then. This time I'll actually record it. So, up Box Hill for the second time. A few people here did Box Hill for the first time, and now possibly the second time. Oh, I'm not sure I've ever done it twice in one ride. Let's hope the guys, the stronger riders at the front, make this band work well. Come on. Nearly at the top now. I've really struggled this second time round. just trying to get to the top. We're nearly there. The time's going to run out just before we get there. So I better quickly send a message to say thanks, actually. Okay, so we're at the bottom, back into London, 30k done. I need another 20k to hit my 100k for the week target. It's going to be a struggle, I'm not going to lie. That second run up Box Hill and the races in the week, I can really feel it in my legs. But I'm going to try and get as far as I can and try to hit that target. Push comes to shove, I'll have to jump on tomorrow, I guess. But we'll see if we can get there. Oh, right, 1 hour, 23 minutes, 36.5k. I'm not sure I'm gonna get to the 50. I think I could have if it wasn't up Box Hill. I'm gonna get to the 1.5 hours and just see how I feel. See whether to push it through what is likely to be another 10k. So let's see. Oh. Coming up then to 1.5 hours, nearly 40k. Yeah, another 10k is going to take me 20 or so minutes. I don't think I've got that in me. So I'm going to jump off now and try and fit in the other 10k. Maybe tomorrow, I guess. But the main thing is I've done the 200k across the 2 weeks. That does include the third extra weekend, but that's the main positive. So that challenge is done. Just need to hit the 100k mark for this week. So yeah, there we go. Just about to hit 40k. There we go. I'll see you in a bit.
That was another brilliant group ride. I quite enjoy that route. It's a bit of a hill and then obviously on the flats. And going up Box Hill twice, and everybody, most of the group stayed on and did it up. Went up it again, especially those guys that have never done it before. So well done. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was a great group, good chat going on Discord and stuff. So yeah, really positive after that. I stayed on, as you see, and did up to 40k, which takes me to 90.85 kilometers for the week. It's enough to get the challenge done, get that one ticked off, but it's not quite enough to beat my 100k target for the week. And being honest, I don't think I'm going to jump on tomorrow to do it. My legs need a rest. I can feel it. 2 weeks, and actually I'm disappointed because whilst this week feels like a really strong week, two races, 4 rides in total, it has been awesome. It's actually a couple of kilometers less than what I did last week in only 3 rides, but I think I really went for it in those in the races, and it showed. My FTP increased both times in those races, and I think I've taken everything out of my legs that I've got, so I'm going to have a bit of a rest. Maybe I'll try and hit 100k next week. Maybe I need to bring it down a bit because of just to, they've stepped up. That's a step up from sort of 45, somewhere between 45 and 60k that I was doing in the weeks before. So it is a bit of a step up to do. So maybe just taper it off a little bit before going again. But yeah, that's what I mean. For me, hugely positive week. 4 rides this week, 4 brilliant rides, and I loved I loved the race that we did on a Thursday, and as usual, I love the group ride that we do on a Saturday. I completely forgot about the weigh-in. I stayed the same again, which it disappoints me slightly, but feeling what my legs are feeling like now, I wouldn't be surprised if they're holding quite a bit of water. I do need to start tightening up the diet. I hold my hands up, I need to. Whilst going vegan is all good, and it's helped my stomach issues, which is the reason I did it. You can still eat a relatively unhealthy vegan diet. So I need to start cutting those things back now. From next week, I'm going to cut sugar out of my coffee, and then just start tapering things off. I don't want to go full-blown, full hit, cut out everything, because I know that won't work for me. It'll be like a crash diet, and I just won't achieve it. This is long-term for me. This whole process is long-term, improving at cycling and losing the weight and keeping it off and staying healthy. So yeah, that's that. Looking on to next week then, that Thursday race I think is going to become a regular thing. Every Thursday night, 6:30 UK time. It might move by half an hour each week, just depending on my work commitments and stuff. But I'm going to aim to keep that at the same time every week so everybody knows. And then the group ride on a Saturday, which I think I'm going to cycle through. As today was a 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock next week, 11 o'clock start the week after on a 3-week cycle, because then people who are over different areas of the world get the chance to come along as well. So I think next week is going to be a 2 o'clock UK time start. Another positive, actually, what I didn't mention is that ride today was an hour and a half. That's the first hour and a half ride that I've done back on the bike. And that's a big positive for me, because it's 40k. Yes, it didn't get to the 50k, but it's a 40k ride on the bike. I used to struggle a lot. An hour, anything up to an hour, I would hurt. My backside would hurt, and I'd struggle to stay on. That doesn't seem to be as big an issue at the moment this time round. So I do seem to be improving quicker than I was before, which is good. I don't know how much of that is down to the vegan diet. My recovery seems to be quicker. I don't know. But to tick an hour and a half ride off this week is positive. So lots of positive this week. A few slight disappointing things thrown in there, but overall moving in the right direction, increased FDP and all of that stuff. So if you did like the video this week, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff. And I'll put a comment below about joining this week's ride and race. So race on Thursday, ride on Saturday. Comment below or on the Facebook group if you want to come along. Make sure you let me know what your Zwift username is, and make sure you are following me on Zwift, because it's impossible to find you if not. My name is Matt King T2.5. So hopefully that'll make it nice and easy to find. And then I can invite you along if you want to come. So yeah, brilliant week, and I will see you next week.